Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Garrett204 here, and welcome to episode 2 of Let's Build a German Airbase. We actually started working on it this time. I'm super excited to actually start showing you guys some actual footage of it being built up and everything like that. It's been a amazing project so far. I've really had a good time. It's very bare bones as of right now. It's kind of just starting to get the basic layout of where we want stuff and everything, and obviously detail will come later on. But I have to say, like, so far this thing just looks so nice. I'm really happy with the buildings, the environment, the overall kind of feel of the base we're going for. It's just a lot of fun, and I've been having a blast building it so far. I do want to go ahead and give big thanks to Derek Frost, Westbrook, and Trench Federate for helping out so far on the map, doing various little tasks and stuff like that, helping me out. They do some of the grunt work that allows me to kind of continue on building and, frees up me a little bit to keep making some bigger progress on the world rather than dealing with the small tasks. So big thanks to those guys for helping out. In this episode, we kind of build a really good staging area for what will be our fighter wing on the base, and we start laying out the maintenance hangars and all that stuff for them, as well as we start laying out some maintenance hangars for what will be our ground strike area, which I'm planning on putting in maybe a Stuka division, Ju-87 Stukas, to be based out of this base as well. So that'll be pretty fun. We also designed a new BF-109 to basically replace our old design and a landed version for it. And I'll just let the time lapse speak for itself. I'll see you guys here shortly at the end to kind of go over everything in like real time, so you guys can get a better overview of the base and everything like that the time lapse doesn't really do justice for. But anyways, enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and I'll see you guys here shortly to go over the base. Well, guys, hopefully that time lapse got you guys excited for this project. That was a pretty good amount of footage, actually, and if you do want to see some of that actually in live, basically time, I would recommend checking out my recent live stream. As of the time of this video going out, live stream number 54, in which we actually were live streaming the building process of basically that extra hangar that we're using for the Stukas, as well as building the ATC kind of area and all that stuff. But yeah, super excited to go ahead and show you guys everything that's been done so far. There's obviously some more little details and stuff like that that we haven't weren't shown in the time lapse, so happy to go ahead and dive into showing you guys all that stuff. But man, where do I begin? So obviously we have the runway here, which I think just looks awesome. I love the design for it, kind of using a tiled texture, which I kind of wanted to show. Like, the runway was built in basically sections, so they had these concrete slabs that they would kind of lay and basically form the runway, and that's kind of what I went ahead and went with here, and I think it actually works really well for the runway. As you can see, this one is extremely wide to kind of occupy the load of heavy bombers and stuff like that coming through this base. So this is the main runway located right here, and I didn't want to have like super like obviously like different taxiways or anything like that. I wanted it to just seem very, you know, same material built all the way across, a cheaply made base. You know, we're not trying to like do like taxiway lines or anything like that, because it really wasn't like that. World War II was a way different animal compared to modern day air bases. And yeah, so basically this right here is our squadron, or basically our BF-109 squadron that we based right here. Lots of nice details around here. We have the hangars, which will be the maintenance hangars for the aircraft, and we haven't really gotten into any of the details in them just yet, but you can kind of see the general idea of what we got going on here. We can get a good look here at the landed version here for the new BF-109, and I must say it came out really good for being a landed plane and angling it. I'm definitely really satisfied with the way it came out. So really happy with that. We have it in a cool camouflage here, which I think looks great on it, and obviously all the aircraft here for our squadron will be based out here, and we'll have all these aircraft lined up and all that fun stuff. So that'd be cool to explore, maybe doing some different paint jobs and stuff like that as well on these aircraft, just to kind of change it up a little bit. But yeah, kind of a cool placeholder there for what's really to come for the BF-109s. Diving further, we go down this way. We have another kind of taxiway that leads onto the main runway right here. And right next to it, I decided to go ahead and put in the ATC, the Air Traffic Control Tower. I think this is a really good spot for it, because as you'll see over here, we have our second runway, which is going to be kind of the auxiliary runway, which will be located right here. And I feel like this is a good place. It's kind of in this middle section here. And I'm thinking at this point, kind of proceeding further, we're probably just going to have grass right here. Maybe I'm thinking about putting the fire department located right here as well. Give them nice, easy access to be able to go out and to respond to calls or whatever. But yeah, the ACC tower came out really nice. Really cool little area. I decided to go ahead and highlight maybe where roads would actually be. So kind of a poorly paved, asphalt type road here that will lead into the base and all that stuff. But yeah, as you can see, pretty simple little ATC tower. Trying to make it a little bit more grander, doing like a little bit of a cul-de-sac here, but not trying to make it super nice or anything like that. We have a little, we have obviously the flag right there, which I think was a nice addition right in front of this, building here. And obviously this right here is like kind of the command center here for the base or the airfield and all that stuff. And you just have all that going on here. And as you saw in the time lapse, you built another little Flak 38 gun right there, and just kind of filling in positions with some anti-aircraft guns, which I think is always a good idea. We'll probably do some spotlights and stuff like that a little bit later as well. But then we move back further here. We just have kind of more of the base here, just with the backing between not warehouses but the hangars. I thought it'd be a nice idea, just kind of have like this like alleyway in between here, just have a bunch of like old stuff just piled up behind here, just a bunch of forgotten things, equipment and pieces of aircraft, just those various things where they just threw it back behind these hangars so they can keep on doing their missions. But yeah, that's kind of the goal here. We have the main road obviously being this asphalt, and then these kind of side, I guess, lots where we'll have a bunch of different stuff piled up and everything. So I think it looks really nice area right here. Already, and we don't have all the detail added, so definitely gonna be a cool area once it's all finished. And then we have the hangars over here, which will be the first hangars for our ground attack aircraft, the Stukas. which are a completely different hangar design. I really do like these. I think they came out really nice, just a old looking hangar, and they actually came out really good angled, which is, very hard to do sometimes. So really happy with the way the angling came with that. I think the angling on the space just looks good, just adds a whole nother dimension to it. So you can see here, if we look at it from above, just how different, this it looks. We don't have just like this perpendicular design. We have these angles, which just kind of make everything a little bit more interesting and just everything a little bit more unique. So really happy with the way this area came out. Obviously a lot more still needs to be done with detail wise and all that fun stuff, and just continue on kind of pushing for what we want to do. I'll real quickly talk about like what my future plans are for this, and as I mentioned over here, this will probably be mostly grassy areas. We'll probably maybe put some fortification. Well, I don't want to say fortifications, but we'll probably put like some spotlights and anti-aircraft guns, maybe position in this area here, maybe some heavier guns, as it's kind of the central point of the airfield, so I think it would be a good place for it. And we'll probably have the fire station also located over here. I think being next to the command center would be a very good position for it, being able to easily respond to calls or whatever basically was needed, emergencies and stuff like that on the runway. And I am contemplating doing a scene of maybe like a crash bomber that crashed off the runway or something like that was damaged, and have the fire department out there trying to deal with that situation. So definitely some cool scenes we can do with that, and I definitely think a fire station over here, some flak guns and stuff like that located in this area will definitely do this area a lot of justice. But that right there is pretty much that area. And then if we go ahead and move back here, we have obviously our fighter wing of the base, and these guys here are going to have obviously a lot more aircraft added in. We're going to have all the detail, all the ground equipment and all that stuff later added on into this area, so that's just going to make this area a whole lot more intriguing and interesting. I'm thinking about maybe even putting some BF-109s parked in the grass here, just kind of sitting there, just trying to cram in a bunch of aircraft and just have them laying around. And as we progress this way, I do want to have some like ready fighters, I guess. So like basically just some like little pads that pop off the side here, and nothing real fancy, just lined with fighters and maybe some, mainly just fighters for the most part. And then behind this, I do want to put this taxiway is going to kind of continue down this way. And what it's going to do is it's just going to continue this way. I'm probably going to make this a little bit thinner. I think having it this wide is a little ridiculous, but we're going to go ahead and probably do something similar to this, but it's going to go all the way down this way, and along it I do plan on having a grass field here and just having like little like platforms, or not even platforms, but just areas for aircraft to be parked, maybe a few bombers, maybe some cargo aircraft if I get around to design a new design for those, and just some various equipment, more fighters and stuff just parked in a field along this area. So I think it'd be really cool. I think it's just going to be a unique project, and obviously as this kind of goes on, things will change and things will kind of naturally grow. But I'm overall super excited for it. I think the detail level's already kind of showing through, like this is what I'm going for. We're going to have a lot of detail, and I mean this is nothing in comparison to what we're going to have once this is all finished with all the detail I want to do, and really sprucing up this area, adding equipment, giving it some life, look like there's planes being worked on, all that fun stuff. So I think there'll be a lot of fun to do with this base, and really a lot of work to be done to it, and really excited to kind of see where it goes, and hopefully you guys are definitely looking forward to it as well, as much as I am, because this project is so far been a lot of fun, and the whole different architecture of it and different way of going about it is so much more fun and unique. So anyways, that right there is going to basically do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know any ideas you have for the base. I am still looking for names for the airbase as well, so if you have any cool names, we were talking about it in stream actually, any kind of maybe German war heroes or something like that did something heroic. I'm not looking for like crazy things, but like something like some guy like saved a bunch of lives, or was a very honored war hero from Germany and has a good story, not just committing like war crimes and all that stuff. Then it would be cool to kind of honor an actual real person building a space, obviously in Minecraft. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments things that you think we should add, things we should remove, things we should do to continue this base. I really look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. And with that, thank you guys again so much for watching this episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been WW2 German, and I'll see you guys next time.